We're at the American Rifle booth of SHOT Show 2019. I'm speaking with Ted Courageous of American Rifle Company. Good to see you again, Ted.
Hello. Every year.
A couple of new things that we want to talk about. Archimedes and the new chassis. What do you want to hit first?
Well, let's do the chassis first.
Okay.
So basically, base weight, everybody asks the weight first, so I'll tell you, about 3.1 to 3.4 pounds, depending on grip size. My good friend and colleague, Keith Sanderson, did an excellent, superb, super good job on the grip. He knows more about grips than most people ever will. But anyway, this thing feels like a bolt action should. It doesn't feel like an AR. You can get your hand, you can get your thumb above, on top of the grip, behind the receiver, so that you can just cycle the bolt really, really fast.
Yeah.
And your hand, it just, well, I can go on and on about the grip for a long time, but it just receives your hand very nicely and positions it really well.
Right.
And the same way for the trigger. But so we've got rack and pinion adjustment on the cheek piece. Rack and pinion adjustment on the cheek piece. It's a lot. You basically pull to release, rotate, let go, pull a little bit, and it'll click back in.
Okay.
We've got 2 inches of rapid adjustment on the butt plate to transition between something like a sitting position and a prone position. So, and all you got to do is basically pull it back. It's there, right? And then to go forward again, just pinch it like this, thumb behind it, 2 fingers inside, pinch, move it forward. So super quick. And you got adjustment every 1/4 inch. So we said 3.1 to 3.4 pounds walnut grip. We might do grips that you can shape yourself, similar to that. Another thing we should mention, trying to be quick here, but another thing we should mention is that the primary structure of the chassis is all one piece. You can see the structure through the grip. There's night vision attachment here, ARCA rail down the length, on-chutes rail inside the ARCA rail, holes for barricade stop arrest, mag pull M-lock, and holes for for like a barrel shroud.
I noticed there's a bolt relief left and right, so it's ambidextrous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're good at picking up the details. Yeah, you can drop in either a right-handed or a left-handed action into this chassis, same chassis. There's not a left or right-handed version. There's a long and a short, but not a left or a right.
What about sling attachments?
Sling attachments. These are steel inserts, hardened steel inserts, one here, one on the other side, and one in here.
Okay.
So, and then adjustable butt plate for up and down. We went with tall and skinny, see how you guys like that.
Yeah.
These are Velcro loops on the cheek piece. Cheek piece adjusts up, down. There's adjustment under here, right? So you can loosen 2 screws, move it forward and aft, left and right, and you can control yaw as well.
And then standard AIC mag compatibility.
AI mag compatibility, short action mags, whether if you drop a action with an AW cut in there, you could use an AW mag, AICS mag.
A couple other questions. I noticed you put a mag in, right? If you push against it, could have feeding issues. What do you recommend as far as barricade stop?
There's a lot of people that make nice ones. We might make one at some point in time. I like what John Addis is doing, honestly.
Yeah.
He does a bag bar with a bag that I think is really clever. We've got some of his Harris adapters. That's what we've been using at the show. He's a good dude. He's smart. I like him. So that's...
quickly back on the grips. Walnut grips, it comes with 2 of them?
Yeah, so the grips... So here's one variation where we didn't really shape them at all, and the customer can shape them themselves.
Got it.
We want to see how guys respond to that. If people like to do that, great. Keith, like I said before, is like the grip master, and he designed one that I just love. There's another variation of it, slightly different over there.
Gotcha.
Right? But, again, it feels like a bolt action should. It's I like to get I mean, I know what I like.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's going to be.
That's right.
Everybody's their own person.
So I love what I'm seeing, Ted. What are we talking about in terms of pricing, availability, that sort of thing?
$1,000 is the regular price. We're making chips as soon as we get back to the show. We've made some already. So
are you taking orders then?
We're absolutely taking orders. You can place an order right now online, and through the end of the month, they're at $7.99.
Oh, wow.
20% discount through the end of the month.
Okay.
So it's for $7.99. It's, I don't know, I'm biased. I designed it with Keith, but we believe, well, we know it's the best chassis in the industry. So now, for the best action in the industry now, we kind of have that too, I think. And that's our new Archimedes. And our Archimedes is sort of like, this takes me back to basically January of 2014 when I was working on when we introduced the M2.
The mousing field.
No, the M2 and the mousing field actually. At the same time, those were introduced. But this concept of bolt action is part of the reason the M2 never happened.
Okay.
And we don't really, I can't divulge that type of information back, when it's actually current.
Right.
But to give you a little bit about the history.
So fast forward, we're 4 years, or 5 years, I guess.
Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
And we've made steps along the way towards it. And this execution is the final step. I kind of built it off of the Nucleus platform. It uses the same bolt head, same extractor, same bolt stop, same rail as the Nucleus, same ejector. But that's it.
So how's the Archimedes positioned in the lineup of different actions you offer?
The price?
Well, as far as, so at the top would be the mousing field, or is it the Archimedes?
The mousing field's more expensive at $1,600. The Archimedes is the ultimate bolt action. I don't know how. I don't know what else I could do.
Okay.
So functionally, it is superior to everything. Like full stop. There's nothing on earth that I'm aware of that can hold a candle to this thing. It just doesn't. And the reason for that is, just a quick history on the Mauser. A lot of people describe the Mauser extractor as being control round feed, non-rotating extractor. The key piece of information that was left up, and I never let on to it, I've always known it. And the guys that design semi-auto guns, they've known it as well, because it's the same operating principles that like what's in an AR-15. The extractor in a Mauser doesn't rotate with respect to the case head under load. That's the important part, right? Like on an AR, it rotates and then extracts. On a Mauser, the bolt rotates, it unlocks, and then extracts. The Mauser is using a rotary style extraction system with a helical cam, just like every other bolt action, until this, right? And the way this works, it's basically you rotate. So first off, there's 75 degrees of rotation. That unlocks the bolt. That's all it does. The extraction comes from a pivoting handle.
I see.
Right?
Yep.
So basically, the handle, there's a pivot pin right there on top. Well, so the handle is pinned to the bolt, extends through the other side of the bolt, and that little nubbin right there sticking out of the bolt impinges on a surface within the receiver. Okay. Right? So this thing basically, with this action, you can easily extract with enough force to exceed the strength of the case. It's easy to actually break the rim off the case with this. Okay. So if the rim of the cartridge is strong enough to actually pull a stuck case out of the chamber, this will get it out, or the rim will break.
Got it.
So I'm not holding you back now. You have it now. This gives you the power. So in my mind, if this isn't the best, the most functionally superior bolt action on inside of the orbit of Jupiter, I don't know what is.
So let's talk a little bit about coating. So, because I noticed it does have a finish coat.
Salt bath nitride, same as our other ones.
Okay, and that's standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Availability, are these available now?
The lead time, yeah, we've already sold them. We've already sold some. They went live on the website a couple days ago. Yeah. I think our the lead time on the website says May. I don't want to give people a false sense of hope, but all I can say is that the company is in a much different position this year than it was last year in terms of the equipment we put on the floor and the processes we have in place. We don't have to buy super expensive $500,000 lathes that take literally 6 months to really utilize properly.
Okay.
Those are in place on the floor, running. So it's not. I think people are going to be much happier with our ability to deliver this year than they were last year.
Well, good.
So,
guys, remember, American Rifle Company, Archimedes Action, and the chassis. Check it out.
yeah,
Thanks.
I love it. Absolutely love this stuff. So,
Thanks, Ted. Appreciate the update.
take care.
The nucleus